Hello there. So today what we're going to do is we're going to continue on our journey into the game engines. And what we're going to do is today we're going to look at Unreal 5.3. And so what I'm going to do is fire it up here. And I'm going to switch over to screen capture. Now Unreal Engine is a bit of a pig. Like, it is a beast. I have a pretty powerful computer, and it's still a bit slow and laggy on my machine, which is one of the main reasons why I don't use it. I have an AMD, what is my card again here? It's 6700 XT, which has 12 gigs of RAM, and it's a pretty powerful card. And I've got an AMD 7 series CPU in here, and all my NVMe drives are pretty quick. So, but it's still pretty sluggish for me. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you the overview here. So what we've got is this is the project browser that it comes up to. So what I've done is I've created a project already just to kind of do that build time. But basically, if you go down each of these, simulation, you can create a simulation blank, handheld AR, virtual reality, automotive, just a blank screen, photo studio, project, all sorts of things, architecture. You can do buildings and stuff. They do have their, I think this is it, Collab. I'm not sure what this ArcViz is. I think that's just a CAD, their particular CAD program. But Collab is basically for designing buildings and landscapes and things like that. It's kind of neat. I played around with it at one point just to see what it was. And again, handheld AR, so you could have your cell phone out and sort of scan over a building and see potentially different couches or sinks or whatever in it, maybe over a landscape, and see what it looks like with different trees or hedges in place. Basic AR stuff, right? Then film, and it's got a large chunk set up here for filming. If you're not familiar, a lot of the Disney Lucasfilm stuff uses it. All the Star Wars stuff is basically using Unreal Engine to do a lot of the Boba Fett series and stuff. And then back to games. And here in games, you can choose a blank empty game, a template for a first-person shooter, a template for a third-person shooter, a template for a top-down, that's the one we've chosen, template for handheld AR again, template for virtual reality, template for a driving game. So, but we're going to come back here because I already created one just to save some time. And I haven't done really anything with it, but we're going to open it up. It's going to pop open here. And again, there's a lot under the hood in Unreal Engine. It is extremely powerful, extremely capable, but it is also very heavy workload. So just to show you what this default is, I'm just going to hit play up here and point and click. Move this dude around. Very, Diablo-esque. Physics are in. Oh. Pathfinding is in. The basics to get you up and running. And of course, you've got the mannequin as your default here. And I'm just going to park him over here, out of the way. Alright, now hit stop on the preview. And we're back into the edit mode. So now, in the edit mode, there's a few things you can do. This is the gray block out, so you can actually edit and move and change these things around, do whatever you'd like here. So I'm just going to select that, and I'm actually going to move it over this way. Move it over this way. I can come up here and I can choose grid align, I can choose scale, I can choose angle. Here's the scale. I'm just going to take that. Just bring that if I can. Oh, no, that just changes my... Or I thought that would change on the object. I think I have to go select my object, sorry. Come down here and change my scale. Yeah, here we go. There you can see it getting bigger, bigger, Perfect. Okay. But I actually don't want that there, so I'm just going to hit delete, delete, delete. Circle around here. There we go. Cleared those out of here. So now what I want to do is I want to show you how to change the texture. So I'm going to select the texture on the floor here, and then I'm going to come in, I'm going to control and there we go. We got everything selected now. So now what I want to do is I want to, oh, maybe I can't do them all. I thought I could do them all. Yeah, they're all different materials. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to go there. There we go. Now I should be able, oh no, two different materials. Fine. I'll do them one at a time then. So I'll do the floor first. I'm going to click into here. So you can go here to edit this material itself, or you can click into this pull down here in order to change the material. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just come in here, and I'm just going to take that. Come on. Sure, we'll make a moss. Okay, but now you see how big that is? So if I go in here and jump around and play, you can see that's very pixely looking, like it's scaled way out. So we don't like that, so we're going to jump out of there. So what we want to do is we're going to go into that material, and you double click on it, and you open this blueprint. So now I could take this blueprint, and I'm going to zoom way out. Something Game Maker needs to work on. You can't zoom all the way out on your Game Maker blueprints. It's crazy. I don't know why. And then I'm going to look for one of these. You can add a new, so you can right click here, and you can add in. So I want to add in a texture coordinate. Texture, and then there it is, texture coordinates, and I could add that in. And then there it is, and then I could drag it and connect up to something. But actually, there will already be one in here, so I'm just going to go delete that out of there. But what I want to do is click on this and just see what I'm dealing with. That one does not have texture coordinates on it. UVs, text, apply new maps, no. Is there texture coordinates here? There we go, texture coordinates. So what I want to do is open that up. And I want to change my tiling. Let's go here to 6. Change my tiling here to 6. Okay. Perfect. Now I'm going to close that one down again. Oh, I already, sorry, I didn't want to open that up. Close that one down here. Close that one down here. This one here, open it up. 6, 6. And in theory, six, 6. I should be good. Apply. And that's better. Like I can see behind me, that's much better. That's still not good enough though. So we're going to go back in and change those around a little bit more. And I'll zoom in here, and we're going to go here. And we're going to go 12, 12. Close that one down. Open that one up. 12, 12. Twelve, 12. And hit apply. And that's a little better. It's still not perfect. I don't know what it needs there. It probably needs quite a bit more. Let's go from 12 to 24, 24, 24, not 2,120, 24, 24, and then 24, 24. And apply. There we go. That'll be good enough for now. Okay, so now that's been applied, I'm going to close that down. We're going to take a quick boo. See, that's better. It looks a little mossier in there. Probably stand to do even more with that, but that's okay. It gives us our basis of what we're looking for. So now what we want to do is kind of do the same thing over here to this. We want to go select this one. All right, and then we're going to change that material. And then on this one, we're going to, sorry, the lag here. Very, very laggy for me. Okay. We're going to bring this. Not sure. There we go. Cobblestone. And we're going to choose for smooth. Perfect. Okay. And now you can see how it's huge in there. So we need to go in there and do the same thing. Open that up. Figure out where texture coordinates are. And that was pretty huge. We're going to go 50. 50. And then this one, same thing. And we're going to hit apply. It didn't seem to change too terribly much. So I must be on the wrong, must have changed it on the scan this. You can see how complicated some of these material nodes can get. There must be a master right here. Yep, there it is there. So that was a subsurface output. And here we'll just change it here to match. All right. Apply. Oh, way too small. Okay. So we're going to take that back out. better. But I think it's still too much. Oh. Okay. Now, because I've changed it there, I think I need to come over here and adjust these ones to match just so that I don't really mess it up here. Apply. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at that and see what it looks like. Let's run over to a wall here somewhere. Not too bad. I don't know if that's exactly the texture I was looking for. I probably messed that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that out. Cobblestone rough. So I'm going to go in here. Go to the beginning texture coordinates. Now that I know what they've done, and instead of 1, I'm going to UV tile that to 6. I'm going to UV tile that to 6. And I'm going to hit apply. Close that down. And that probably looks a lot better. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Got it tiled in all directions, of course, so. That's still probably way too big for what the material is, but you get the idea. I don't want to keep poking around with that trial and error to get it right. So now we're going to go out of there, and I'm going to show you the next thing. So the next thing is to add your own models in, and you do that from the content drawer, which I have some of my own in here, but I'm going to show you how I would get those. So you go up here, Window, and then from Window, that's a jitter again. Sorry, everything is a window. Where is it now? Thought it was under Window, and it was Marketplace. Oh yeah, so it's right here. Come on. So Quixel Bridge is to bring things over. It's to port that you've got in like MetaHuman and stuff like that. Marketplace is where all your stuff lives. So Unreal Engine, Marketplace. Come on. And then there's games and stuff, but now, so you can buy animations, you can get, what's this, Grace Walker character survival, teleport, that'd be a blueprint package, shattered rocks, that would be some models, and then you can browse through, grab whatever you need, free for the month, right, things like this. I'll buy something here. What's free for the month? Free. And then what do we got free? Free for the month. And then let's go Gothic Cathedral, Watermills in Nature. Let's go this one. Add to cart because it's free. Add to cart because it's free. Add to cart. Add to cart. And so we've got those all in my cart. And then I can go to my cart up here and check out. Continue anyway. It's going to warn me I don't have the engines for these because I'm running, when I'm running 5.2 or something. And $0. Discount, 288 off. Canadian $0. Place order. Thank you. Alright. Close my cart. And now, if I go to my library, that's this. Oh, yeah, there's a new engine available. There's my project. But then here's all the things I have in my library that I've purchased. And you can see here, it's like add to project, add to project, add to project. Well, I've already added the animals to my project. There's that ancient golem I just bought. There's these different landscape materials. Where's another one that I just bought? Is it this one? Low Poly Deluxe Tropical? No, this one here, Stylized Clay Forest. So there's a bunch of them there. And so you just add to project and it would add it into your project. And so like I said, I added these deer to my project, and then I added one of my temperate trees here to my project, spruce trees I believe. So I'm going to close that down. So now you know where to get those. So then once you've added them to your project, they're going to be in your container drawer. So what I'm going to do here in my container drawer is I am going to go to Spruce Forest. And I'm going to go, just going to add small in. And I'm going to drag this up. Have a tree. Okay. Little tree. Another little tree. Come on, select. Come on. Alright, doesn't matter. I don't need to move it around. But we're going to jump in. And we're going to walk past the trees now. So that you can see, running around these trees. Push this block into this tree. And they even have motions in them, these guys. So now I'm going to exit out of there. And now I'm going to go back to my content drawer. And I'm going to come up here. Animal variety pack. Let's add come on. Sorry, really laggy. And I got a buck here. And we're going to put another. There. rotate. No. There we go. Now, I don't know if I can just drag and drop an animation in. I haven't really tried that before. So we're going to go into here, and we're going to go into here, and we're going to go animations. Oh. Yeah, cool. And then we're going to rotate that guy. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Okay, let's run around and see what happens. 3 of them shouldn't move and 1 should be eating. Oh, that one's lying down dead. Oh, it's a sick one. I must have grabbed a sick one. Look at that. So those 2 are just standing there. That one's... So we're going to exit out of there. Select that guy. Delete. Select that guy. Delete. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go component drawer. And we are going to go here to deer grazing. And I'm going to rotate you just a little bit here. Perfect. Oh, that one. Delete. Content drawer. Perfect. Content drawer. Now I need a buck here. And we'll put him here. Rotate him like that. Now I want to go back into the content drawer. Animal pack. And I want to find a crow. Animations. Okay. I want to do another one here where he's let's see if I can put him up on this tree. I have no idea if he'll sit on that tree or not. Oh, I could probably put him on the wall here though. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, well that animation is not as good when it's moving because it actually doesn't turn around. But that's okay. Idle grazing. Grazing. Do we have there's a crow flying. Oh, there we go. There's a crow flying up in the air. He ain't moving, but that's okay. You pass that in later. And that one's just sitting on the wall flapping. Oh, that's good. So there we have it. We made a nice little mossy forest land with some critters. So that's just a basic overview. A little slow. Probably went on a little longer just playing around with it or whatever. But yeah, Unreal Engine, extremely powerful, but definitely has some overhead. Even with my powerful computer, there was a bit of lag. You're going to play with a new one and you want to use high-end models and things like that. And I even used small trees and lower detail on them with level of detail turned on. There is a lot of chop and stuff involved. But, I mean, look back at this screen here again. Like that's pretty good quality. Like there's not, you know, you can get some pretty good stuff happening with this. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this one. So I hope you enjoyed it. Just a basic overview of the Unreal Engine. I thought I would hit that one early on. I've had people ask me about it, so I thought, well, I'll give it a rundown. I'm definitely not an expert in it because I just don't have the time invested in it. Um, but if I had a much more powerful computer, like a 4090 or something on something amazing, I would probably be doing a lot of my game dev content in this engine. But I do not. I don't have it, so I don't use this engine very often. But it is fun to jump in and play around with. It's very powerful. You can get some really nice scenes set up and running with very little effort. And if you do have a powerful computer, check it out. Give it a go. It's an amazing engine. I would say it's the best engine on the planet, but it also needs a lot of resources, a lot of overhead, and there's a lot of bells and whistles under the hood. On that note, I'll see you in the next one.